buy and eat millions of pounds of fresh produce in California every day. But most consumers don't realize that before they get their hands on the produce, California regulators have already inspected and tested thousands of pounds of fresh produce to ensure that any pesticides on them are within legal limits. Early in the morning, staff from the California Department of Pesticide Regulation are at work. Teams of dedicated scientists visit produce markets, wholesale and retail outlets, distribution centers and farmers markets statewide, collecting and sampling about 3,500 produce items a year. It's the largest state program of its kind in the country.
It's important for public health.
Whether it's grown organically or conventionally, each piece of fruit or vegetable may legally contain small amounts of one or more pesticides. The amount and type of pesticide is set by the US EPA.
We target certain commodities that are in children's diets. We target commodities that have had a history of illegal pesticides detected in them. We also sample commodities that are important to various ethnic groups.
All the collected produce is brought to high-tech labs in Sacramento and Anaheim, where another team of scientists from the California Department of Food and Agriculture collaborate in the process. They go to work analyzing the produce for more than 300 pesticide compounds.
Each compound has its own fingerprint, and then we match it and we say, okay, this is a positive confirmation for the presence of this compound.
The produce, including the peel, is chopped, cut, and mixed to prepare it for analysis. This state-of-the-art equipment is so sensitive, it can detect tiny amounts of pesticides, 1/100th of a part per million.
Now that we have all these newer technologies and new instruments, we can detect more pesticides and at very low levels.
Most of the time, the analysis finds no violations with California-grown produce. It's an impressive record. But problems have arisen from a small number of produce grown domestically or imported from other countries. This has included Mexican cactus, ginger from China, snow peas from Guatemala, and peaches from the US. Scientists are constantly keeping up to date about new pesticides in the marketplace.
And there are some new things that are not registered in the US but are used in other countries, and so we screen for those things as well.
If a violation is detected, DPR's goal is to quickly get the tainted produce away from consumers. Staff ensure the produce is quarantined or destroyed. Anyone who packs, ships or sells produce with a legal amount of pesticides can be fined. But the vast majority of California growers follow pesticide instructions. And with DPR's random unannounced inspections, it all helps ensure the California produce on your plate is among the safest in the country.